But wait, can pushing a heavy, loaded barbell off your chest directly melt the stubborn fat off your stomach? Many lifters operate under the assumption of spot reduction, the idea that exercising a specific muscle forces the body to burn the adipose tissue directly on top of it. Clinical biology shows that fat loss is a systemic process. Localized muscle contractions cannot pull energy directly from neighboring fat cells. Instead, the body draws energy from fat stores across the entire silhouette simultaneously. Because the bench press doesn't target belly fat directly, it's common to see people abandon the weight bench for endless floor crunches and long, grueling treadmill sessions. But dropping the barbell often removes the most effective tool for actually revealing the waistline. The bench press influences the midsection through a complex biological mechanism that has nothing to do with localized burning and everything to do with total body composition. Achieving visible abs is a result of manipulating systemic metabolic engines, forcing the body to prioritize fat oxidation while building a dense muscular foundation. The bench press is a compound movement, meaning it recruits multiple joints and several of the body's largest muscle groups to complete a single repetition. This diagram highlights the prime movers, the pectoralis major, triceps brachii, and anterior deltoids firing at once to drive the weight upward. To stabilize the bar, the body recruits the latissimus dorsi and upper back, turning this into a massive total body event. This simultaneous demand across multiple large muscle groups requires an immense amount of immediate energy, leading to a significant calorie burn during the training session itself. Heavy compound lifting also triggers a metabolic afterburn, elevating the resting metabolic rate as the body works to repair these large muscle fibers long after the workout is over. When measured by total energy expenditure, these systemic movements are more effective for body-wide fat reduction than isolated ab routines or split group training. The bench press functions as a fat loss tool precisely because it demands a total body energy output that smaller, isolated movements cannot replicate. The mechanics of the bench press rely on the midsection functioning as a high-tension stabilizer. A powerful lift begins with leg drive, where force is generated above feet and transferred through the glutes toward the upper body. To prevent that force from bleeding out, the lifter must maintain a rigid bridge between the shoulders and the floor, turning the torso into a solid pillar. This stability relies on the Valsalva maneuver. A deep breath creates intra-abdominal pressure, supporting the spine from within. The transverse abdominis wraps the core like a belt, while the obliques and erector spinae lock in place to prevent the lumbar spine shifting. Maintaining this level of internal tension against a heavy barbell places the core under a physical demand similar to a high-intensity, loaded isometric plank. While the arms move the weight, the core acts as the structural anchor, thickening the abdominal wall through intense resistance, even while the metabolic engine burns away the fat above it. This dual-action process builds a dense muscular midsection and creates the energy deficit necessary to reduce body-wide fat. However, the visibility of those core muscles is ultimately determined by nutritional discipline. While resistance training builds the physical structure of the abs, they only become visible once the body reaches a low enough fat percentage through a sustained caloric deficit. To strip away abdominal fat specifically, the diet must prioritize foods linked to lower visceral storage. Replacing refined carbs with whole grains has been shown to regulate the appetite hormones that prevent fat storage, while the omega-3 fatty acids in fish, like salmon, are specifically associated with lower abdominal fat percentages. This nutrient-dense approach provides the protein necessary to fuel muscle repair and maintain the metabolic afterburn, while the specific fatty acids help the body mobilize and burn through the final layers of adipose tissue. Developing a visible midsection through the bench press involves a calculated manipulation of the body's energy expenditure and structural requirements. Long-term body composition changes happen when you move past the pursuit of spot reduction and build a high-output metabolic engine through heavy compound lifting and strategic dietary control.